What is going on, guys? Joe here. Welcome back to my channel and Pro Cycling Manager 2018. Today we are back with the Remco Pro Cyclist and we have Tirreno-Adriatico. So let's not hang about, let's get straight into it. So the first stage is a prologue, just 5 kilometers. We have Stefan Kung as the favourite, along with Kwiatkowski and Schachmann. Bob Jungels here as well, obviously a former member of our team. And talking about our team, let's see who we have. We have Stybar, Lampert, Martinelli, Viviani for the sprints, along with Hodge. Sabatini's here as well, so a pretty strong team all in all, but we are definitely the GC leader. Alright guys, while we're waiting for our start time, let's have a quick look at the start list. Lotto Soudal led by Caleb Ewan, Chris Froome and Kwiatkowski here for Ineos. Miguel Angel Lopez, very strong rider at the moment. He's leading Astana. Oran Van Mark here for Education First. The Yates brothers are here with Valerio Conti, who did so well in that UAE Tour race at the end of the last episode. Bob Jungels and Esteban Chavez will lead Team Total. There's Bardet and Narsen here for AG2R. Sam Bennett and Ackermann with Schachmann and Conrad for Bora. Colbrelli and Kelderman here for Bahrain Merida. You can see the rest of the guys here. Machete, Pogacar, he's a very strong rider, one to watch for sure. Marc Soler will lead Movistar. CCC have Bevin, Masnada. George Bennett will lead Jumbo Visma. Volscheid will lead the sprints for Sunweb, not the strongest team for them. And that about rounds it up. So Chris Froome, along with Miguel Angel Lopez, Simon Yates and Bob Jungels, probably the favourites for the GC. Hopefully we can maybe challenge for a top 5. That would be a really good result. Alright guys, we've just left the start line. Look at this jersey, so nice to see Remco in that beautiful Belgian national time trial champion jersey. We could probably go a bit faster. Let's go 82 for now. Alex Frame, surprisingly the leader at the moment with almost all the riders gone. We can maybe up this a bit more. Let's go 85 for now. We're already halfway through the time trial. Very short time trial today. We're using our energy pretty well though, I think. We'll just go like this to the line, maybe try and push it to 87, 88, up to 90 now as we're almost at the line. Now let's push it up to 99 just before the line. And where do we go? 41st. So it's heartbreak for Alex Frame. Stefan Kung, the only man who can beat him. Good win for the FDJ man. So Stefan Kung with a very good win, as you would expect with that 80 prologue. Alex Frame, what a performance by him. You can see his stats there. How has he performed so well? We are all the way down in 54th. 21 seconds down already. It's not the best prologue by us by any stretch, but it's all still to come. Let's take a look at stage 2. So guys, stage 2 from Camaiore to Cascina is here. 153 kilometers, very flat bar these 2 short climbs. Viviani the favourite on the day, but some tough competition in Ewan, Ackermann, Bennett and Moschetti here. Hopefully he can get it done. Let's see. So guys, we're now into the final 5k of the stage. I'm going to try and grab a good wheel here. Viviani seems to be following Caleb Ewan. They seem to have a very good lead out there at Lotto Soudal. Caleb Ewan now 84 acceleration. Unbelievable stuff. Let's pop that energy gel. Sam Bennett in a good position. Maybe now we can follow Pascal, Ackermann or Moschetti, one of these big sprinters. Stefan Kung is on the left in the leader's jersey. Now 1.5k to go. Let's try and grab someone's wheel. Can Viviani take it? We're getting dragged towards the line. Caleb Ewan though, very dominant, just beating Pascal Ackermann. Viviani well down. He'll come third though, and we'll make sure we finish in this front group. So there is Caleb Ewan on top of the podium in Italy. Great stage by him and Lotto Soudal today. So pretty straightforward stage today. Unlucky Viviani couldn't get the win, but a good podium. Some really good sprinters now in Ewan and Ackermann. Let's take a look at stage 3. Alright guys, stage 3 classified as another flat stage. 201 kilometers with some hills in the middle, but it will most likely come in for a sprint finish. Let's see what Viviani can do today. Alright guys, penultimate time up this climb. We've just crossed the finish line. For the penultimate time for it is the finish line. 10k to go. The final circuit of this lap. It's been very high tempo. As you see, we've had to really push the pace to get to the front of the peloton. We were dropped momentarily as there was a split, and now just 39 riders. I'm going to push the pace here because this is good for our GC hopes. Ewan here in that sprinter's jersey. As you see, Benoot pushing the pace for him. This finish is going to really suit Caleb Ewan. Viviani not so much, to be honest, with that short hill at the finish line. As you see, we're in a really good spot there with 6k to go here. And as we come under the 5k to go line, I'm wondering if any GC guys have been dropped. I see Lopez. Is Froome here? I expect he is, although I do not see Chris Froome. Maybe Chris Froome. Oh, there he is. Chris Froome is here, and I'm expecting most of the GC guys are here. We're really pushing the pace. Stybar leading out Viviani. Can we grab Viviani's wheel? We can for now. Stybar doing a really, really good job for the team as we come into the final K and a half. Just coming up to this finish line. Ewan follows us as we follow Viviani. He's about to unleash surely as we go into the final kilometre. We're sprinting for it along with Viviani. Who's going to take it? Let's try and follow them. Viviani looking good, but it will be Caleb Ewan, I think, just beating out Viviani and Colbrelli. Very good win, 2 in a row for Caleb Ewan. We're going to come home in 6th place as well, or 7th place. Very good position on the stage for us. So there is Caleb Ewan on top of the podium, his 2nd win in Tirreno in a row. And we take over the White Young Riders jersey. Very nice stuff, now tied with Hodge in this competition. So it looks like there were some pretty substantial gaps today. If we go down, 39th place, Yves Lampaert, 1 minute and 1 second down. Gegenhardt losing time. Adam Yates, Madouar, some good riders losing time here. Bennett couldn't force himself into that front group. Reichenbach, so some pretty strong riders who could have had a shout in the GC, or at least in the young riders, have lost time. As you see, plenty of riders losing a lot of time down here. And in the GC, that now moves us up to 19th position after a poor opening prologue, now in a good spot. So stage 4 is classified as a hilly stage. There's this pretty, I'd call that a small mountain, about 2/3 of the way through the stage. Then these 2 short but very steep hills, and then a downhill finish. Romain Bardet starts the day as favourite with Bob Youngles and Adam Yates. Don't think we make it onto the favourites list, but hoping we can have a real impact in the GC today. So guys, the pace up this mountain was absolutely crazy. Just 70 riders left in the peloton, and you'll notice that none of them are our teammates. Stybar and Lampaert, hopefully they can come back. I doubt it though. So it looks like we're on our own for the remainder of the stage. Alright guys, we are just approaching the first of these 2 hills. They're pretty short, so I'm expecting the pace to be very, very high. 67 riders in the peloton. Let's try and move up towards the front. It's Ollie Narsson leading the peloton onto the climb for the first time. Maybe up it to no, we're still on 80 for now, although Narsson now picks up the pace. Let's go 85. Expecting all the other GC favourites to be right here. Keldman, Zakarin, Oran, Froome, and maybe we're going to have to up this even more above 85. Caleb Ewan still here in that points jersey, that is. Somehow he's got over that mountain. Maybe he can even make it over these hills. We'll see. Just 40 riders left now in the peloton. Pace really, really high, as I expected. So guys, just 12k to go in the stage. We're coming up to the hill for the second time. Peloton has been reduced to 37 riders. However, the likes of Colbrelli and Ewan are still here, as you see. We need to really force the pace. The pace did slow towards the top of that previous climb, as you see a few back markers coming onto it for the first time. So I might put in an early attack if the pace slows down. Hamilton setting a pace for Mitchelton Scott at the moment though. So Bardet comes around for an attack. We need to try and follow that. Let's try and follow Romain Bardet. He's a very strong puncher. As we see, our red is being very much depleted. Let's go to 90 now. Bardet seems to be stretching away. So does Simon Yates. We're done. We need to just go 99 now. Force our way up this hill as we are completely out of red. Pace does slow though, so maybe we can conserve some energy. Let's go down to 80. I do want to force the pace though, so I'm going to go 99. Just try and reduce the amount of sprinters in this group because Caleb Ewan somehow still here. We can't attack, but we're going to try and force the pace. It is a downhill finish, so maybe we can regain some red here. Let's maintain position. 27 riders now in the peloton. It has been reduced somewhat, but somehow Ewan, is Colbrelli still here? Ewan and Colbrelli still here. That is absolutely crazy. We have just 67 downhill as we come into the final 3k. So we're not in the best position to win this stage, but maybe we can start attacking early. So I've gone for an attack now. Let's try and attack away from the rest of the group. Caleb Ewan follows though. So does Bardet, Yates, Colbrelli and Bennett. We've regained all our red as we come into the final kilometre. We're in prime position, but Caleb Ewan will surely come round us here. Caleb Ewan versus Bardet versus Remco, and Caleb Ewan takes his 3rd stage of the race. We get a very nice 3rd position though. So there is Caleb Ewan on top of the podium again in Tirreno-Adriatico. What a race for him. A very nice podium for us too. And we extend our lead in the White Young Riders jersey to 11 seconds. Just Pogačar looks like our only challenger now. So guys, stage 5 is here, 195 kilometers, a massive mountain stage. Look at the size of this final mountain, absolutely massive. Chris Froome, Simon Yates and Miguel Angel Lopez start the day as the 3 favourites. We're not on this list. Place in the top 10 would be really nice though. So guys, just a quick update early in the stage. Breakaway have an 8-minute 40 lead. There's a long flat section still to go before that climb, but that is a big lead with some dangerous men, as you see with Masnada and Gesink in the breakaway. So guys, under 25k to go now. We do have this short hill before that final mountain. Breakaway still have a 2-minute 30 lead. I expect them to be brought in though before the end of that mountain. Alright guys, 16k to go. We have just entered the bottom of this mountain. Going to get very, very steep very quickly. Let's zoom out and a bit like this. There you go, that's a slightly better view for this mountain. We do have Stibar protecting us at the moment. Martinelli, try and stick on our wheel, son. He's in a +5 day, really good day for him. Going to be so important to try and retain as much resistance as possible because it stays steep right towards the very end. So Stibar is now done. We have Martinelli on his +5 day. He is 60 mountain, but 67 today. He's going to do a decent job of protecting us for now. It's Astana and Bahrain Merida setting the pace on the front so far. So with 13k to go, Martinelli is now done. We are now on our own for the rest of the stage. Our resistance already looking pretty low, but a +2 day, 79 mountain today, hoping for a decent finish. So guys, 10.6k to go. There are attacks going off. I think Pogačar is up the road. Pozzovivo is up the road actually. Pogačar tried an attack, but Pozzovivo with an early attack for Bahrain Merida. Is he their leader, or will it be Wilco Kelderman or even Caruso? Really strong team for them this race. So we're on this flat section before going uphill again. Just 19 riders left in this group. Masnada struggling, so's Egg, and I think that was Caruso as well. There it is, the pace really slows now, so let's just go down to like 40 or something, just maintain position. It's a battle of survival really. With 7k still to go, we really need to try and conserve our resistance now. So with 6.5k to go, pace is still slow. You can see the full 21 man group here. Some guys struggling such as Soler, Masnada, Egg, Caruso. Pogačar, our rival for the white jersey of course, he's looking pretty good. Pace is literally completely non-existent at the moment. So as I say that, Miguel Angel Lopez on the attack, Chris Froome, Yates, Bardet, all trying to react. Shall we follow one of them? Let's try and follow Iran maybe. We're running really low on resistance. Let's try and get ourselves into this group. But now we're going to have to let them go. That's too fast for us. 5k to go. Let's lower it down to like 70. Try and go like that towards the end. Maybe the wrong move to try and follow those attacks. Rigoberto, Iran struggling, Pozzovivo struggling. It's Bardet, Yates, Lopez and Froome at the front of the race. Alright guys, 3k to go. We're right behind Rigoberto Urán. Let's push up to him to make sure we're on his wheel. Really struggling with the resistance. Think we're going to lose it over this section, over 10%. There we are, bar completely empty now. There's this group of 13 right behind us. Maybe we can just try and stick on Urán. We do have a small gap to that group behind. And with 2.5k to go, we do have a little bit of resistance. Let's go up to 65. Try and push up to Pozzovivo as Kelderman and Pogačar trying to make their way up to our group at the front of the race. There's only 1k to go. Looks like Froome, Lopez and Yates battling out for the stage. Bardet has been dropped. We're making some good progress here. Up to Pozzovivo though. Pogačar now joining our group at the finish line. Who's going to take the win? It will be Chris Froome, just ahead of Lopez. Let's follow Pogačar. Need to follow him for our white jersey, and he seems to be knackered, so let's sprint, try and get a gap on him. That'd be really good if we can get a gap on Pogačar. Try and finish ahead of Pozzovivo, and we get 6th place on the stage. Decent result ahead of Pogačar. So Chris Froome takes the stage in a sprint with Lopez and Yates. Bardet dropped over a minute down. We were 2 minutes and 2 seconds down in that group with Pozzovivo, Urán and Pogačar. And that means we move up to 6th overall. Very nice indeed. Pogačar still 9th, so we are leading that white jersey. Simon Yates, though, in the leader's jersey ahead of Chris Froome. So here we are in the Young Riders jersey still, protecting that very nicely today. 11 seconds still ahead of Pogačar. So guys, a pretty decent stage actually. Pretty happy with how that went. 2 minutes 2 down on Chris Froome, Lopez and Yates, who were the real heavyweights in today's stage. Kelderman, a decent stage of hit for him. Pogačar was the main man to watch today. He finished on the same time as us, even though we were ahead of him on the road. You can see some decent climbers such as Conrad, Yates, Bennett, all dropped behind us, so we can be happy with our performance today. And in the GC, we are in a solid 6th position, just ahead of Pozzovivo and Duran. I imagine that's due to our superior prologue. Maybe we can catch Kelderman in 5th, but Bardet looks a pretty decent way ahead of us, and the places on the podium seem secured at this point. Alright, stage 6 is considered as a flat stage, 203 kilometres. There are some small short climbs throughout the day, but it will come in for a flat finish, and Viviani starts the day as favourite. Hopefully he can get a win in Italy. So guys, the wind is absolutely crazy today, 44 kilometres an hour. I've sent Martinelli to do some work. He was just doing 99, as you see by his depleted red. You can see the field is getting somewhat stretched out. Maybe I will have a go on the front actually, on something like 95. Just try and really push the pace, maybe create some echelons in this final flat section. So we did give it a go on the front, nothing really came of it though. You can see the field is really stretched out. Maybe we can put an attack in on that small climb towards the end. I'm unsure really. We're going to try and conserve our energy, let the others do the work for now though. So guys, you can see how stretched out the peloton is by this shot. Look how far it's stretched out, and we can jump right the way up the road to us. That's all one group, and it is really creating a few gaps now. So we can go up to 85 here. We are approaching this very slight incline. If the pace somewhat slows, I'm definitely going to try and attack. But the pace is so high today. Can really see a few GC guys getting caught out. So coming into the final 6k, didn't try attack. Don't think we have the energy for it, to be honest. Viviani on a +4 day. Let's try everything to get him the win. So make sure we stay right towards the front here as we're doing. Maybe force the pace on 85. Seems we're going to lead the peloton out at the moment, unless someone comes past us, which to be honest I expect they will. Here we go. Here come our team, our lead out for Viviani. Let's leave them to it. Let's just go on 80. Lampert, Hodge and Viviani. What a lead out that is. Maybe we can cause some trouble. Let's follow Ackerman. Can we do that even? No, can't follow him. Great lead out by Lampert. Then it will be Hodge and Viviani. Can we even follow Viviani? Let's try and follow him for now. We're very low on yellow as we come to the final 2k of this stage. The lead out seems to be somewhat broken in quick step, but it will be Viviani going for it versus Moschetti, Ewan and Ackerman, and it will be Caleb Ewan again. Viviani's +4 day, not enough. We end completely out of resistance, and it seems there are quite a few gaps created. 51 seconds as you see. So Caleb Ewan wins again, beating Viviani. This guy's been unstoppable this race. So there were no real gaps in the peloton. None of those slight gaps seem to count in the end. So yeah, let's have a look at the final stage. Alright guys, stage 7 and the final stage of the race is a 10km time trial. We do have that 6th position in the GC to try and defend, as well as that white Young Riders jersey. Pogačar, a very strong time trialist, so hopefully we can defend those two. Let's take a look. Alright guys, we are on the start line and very excited. We have a +5 day. That leaves us with 80 time trial and 84 prologue. Let's put this straight up to like 85. Pretty short time trial, maybe that's too fast. 82 to start. And taking a look at the GC at the moment, Pozzovivo just 1 second behind, Aran just 3 seconds behind us, and then Pogačar is just 11 seconds behind us. Pozzovivo and Aran far from the strongest time trialist. Pogačar is pretty decent. Kelderman is within 20 seconds. He's a strong time trialist, so I doubt we'll be able to catch him. Going to lower it to like 78 as we come up to the first time check. So expecting us to at least hold on to that 6th position as we go 3rd at the first time check, just behind Stefan Kung and Kwiatkowski. A chance at the stage today would be insanely nice. Don't think we're quite going to be that strong though, even with that +5. And we are running low on resistance. Let's go down to 75 for a little bit. Hopefully we can at least do that till the line. Maybe we can speed up into the final kilometre. Pozzovivo up the road. We are catching him, I think. Let's take a look at the best time so far. It is Stefan Kung with the strongest time, 6 seconds ahead of Kwiatkowski. We're coming into the final kilometre now. Let's up it. Maybe we've conserved too much. Up to 99 at the line. And we go 5th. Not the best time, but definitely not the worst. So Stefan Kung wins the final stage in the time trial in Tirreno-Adriatico. 5 seconds clear of Chris Froome. We finished 9th. So Chris Froome steals Tirreno-Adriatico from Simon Yates, just 4 seconds ahead of him in the GC. We hold on to our 6th position very comfortably. Grivko takes the mountain jersey. Caleb Ewan comfortably takes the points jersey after winning 4 stages. And we win the Best Young Riders jersey 39 seconds clear of Pogačar in the end. We held the young rider off. So a pretty decent end to the Tirreno-Adriatico for us. In the top 10 on the final stage, just 11 seconds behind Kung, who was well clear of Froome in the end. And looking at the final general standings, Chris Froome just beating out his fellow Englishman Simon Yates. Miguel Angel Lopez pretty close, 26 seconds down. Kelderman got 4th in the end ahead of Romain Bardet, poor time trialist of course. And we secured 6th very comfortably, 2 minutes and 16 down on Chris Froome. So that gives us 35 points now, 2,585, very, very close to level 14. And now taking a look at our schedule, our second race of the year is done. Next up we have Volta Cyclista a Catalunya, pretty fun stage race, big mountain stage there, lots of hills as well as you would expect in Spain. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this one. Drop a like and a comment down below for me if you did, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.